Alright, enough dilly-dallying. It is time to get back to work. Who's ready to go see what kind of mischief we can get into today? Welcome back, everybody. It's old Big Mike out here in the Hoopty Barn with our Project 2025. She's coming along. We're getting something done. But we're woefully behind. We ain't got that much longer to go. We gotta get with it. And today I'm gonna try to get the front half of this drive shaft built from that right there and wherever my other drive line was. No, there it is, right there. This one here. So, I guess first things first, I'll just kind of get this other dude cut off. We'll measure and see how much we got to cut off of this one. We'll weld them together just like we did yesterday, and we'll make it work. So, let me get things set up, and we'll get busy. Alright, well, there's my first cut. Now that one was a lot of fun because it's so bent up and twisted and all that stuff here where they got it with a forklift or whatever that it put a lot of stress, we'll say, on the end of that. It was hard to get a good, clean, straight cut, but I think we did pretty good considering. So, now I'll get that on there and we'll measure. Alright, so this is going to be a trick. Yeah, there ain't a whole lot of room there. Well, the way this is on, it's got give in there in that boot. So, I've got to get it, I got to leave it slack. I'm probably going to cut it off again. I'd rather cut twice, you know. Right down in there by that cup, most likely. But first, what I'm going to do, I got this piece ready, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off at the big end here before it transitions here, and I'm going to see how far down in there I can slide that, and I'll just cut it off accordingly. If I have to cut it twice, I have to cut it twice. If I have to cut it 3 times, I have to cut it 3 times. But I'm going to start cutting about right here, and I'm going to slip it inside there and see how it lines up with the yoke. And then the last thing I'll cut is this part right here. So anyway, that's the plan. We'll see how she works. So most of my plans evolve as I go. This is another one that I believe is going to evolve as I go. Because I thought about it. Why cut it off back here and just weld that against the cup when I can have it stronger here, as long as this is shimmed evenly all the way around, and then weld it with it shimmed evenly? I think that's the way I'm going to go with it instead. And yes, it's got play in it still. I mean, put it back in place. But yeah, there's at least an inch of travel in here in this slip yoke. So I think we're going to be fine. So I think what I do, I'll jack up that rear end and, you know, so it can rotate. And I'll shim all this, make sure it's perfectly shimmed, and then I'll just weld the snot out of it right where it is and call it a day. Alright, well, as sad as it is, I gotta take the old flapper to it, but because it's got a lot of sparklies on it. But anyway, she is welded. She is in there like swimwear. So how about that for a long drive shaft? From center to center, 8 3/4 inches. I think that's the shortest one I've ever built. Matter of fact, I know for a fact that's the shortest one I've ever built. So, all right, let me get her cleaned up and we'll get her put in. All right, well, there she is. How about that business? So, we'll put a hand here and maybe back here a little farther. Anyway, yeah, she turns really good. I mean, heck yeah. I think everything in the world else will break before that. And so there it is. Another step. And this cat's got to get stepping. I got to get out there. See that? That's called sunshine. You know what they say you got to do whenever the sun's shining? So you got to make hay. So I got to go out here and make hay. So do me a favor. If you ain't subscribed, go ahead and do that. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Say, you big dummy, that little bitty drive line ain't going to work. And I'll say, well, I bet she does. But anyway, till next time, y'all keep watching. I'm going to keep working.